Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And right away, he lost the football. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Demarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one. And it's third down. Allen from the gun on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here now, Roberts. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. The numbers for him from a week ago: 19 carries, 116 yards.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, "Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball."
It's a first down on a gain of 10. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now he's forced out left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
He's brought down by...
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
Cowboys, 46.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A.J. Green with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They saw their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
2 yards.
The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 21 carries, 101 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 44, Allen finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
On the handoff.
Calais Campbell on the stop.
48-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
The ball carrier.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Giants 7. Cowboys nothing.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
2 yards.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Giants take over 1st and 10. At their own.
All right, here now a look at A.J. Green. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Giants. Jared Cook, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot, because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Brought down at the 35-yard.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams, but when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
On the stop.
The 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down.
And the Cowboys.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
At the 42-yard line.
And now they'll throw with Allen. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
A 10th carry for Kamara. Allen now on the option right, and he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47.
Tackle made at the
3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Kamara. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
taken down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down.
From the gun, it's Allen. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the...
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Going right side here, and that's complete. That catch good for only a couple. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big pickup of 38. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
For the point after.
So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
On the return, Tremont Smith. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. CD, that's the 2nd time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 27.
So we've come upon halftime. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
21. Cowboys.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Andre Roberts now to return it. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 23.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And you can see it's no race for the top spot. That's been decided. These guys will hope to get through Week 17 in one piece before they host a division round game in 2 weeks' time.
And I think that what they'll do is they'll be very selective about who plays.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jordan Jenkins. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
2nd and 12.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25.
Saquon Barkley.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Jones on 3rd down. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
6-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. Jones now. Back to the air on second down. Defense looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro Stephon Gilmore. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
They'll take over first.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
57, Mike, 57.
So after the INT, it's Allen throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But it'll be second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The linebacker Bobby Wagner able to get back in coverage and knock it free. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. So the shotgun snap to Allen, and that is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play calling.
A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now the second down throw on target. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. Now a first carry for their fullback. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Giants add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. A 10-play drive that time, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Please take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Now on 2nd and 13. Allen, they'll set up the screen now to Kamara. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaking up down there on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 11 on the
11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
First down.
And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
57. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. 57's the mic.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Open man right side is Ingram. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
A gain of 4. And it's
the Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. And that will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Defensively.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. One final try here for Allen. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Throwing Jones. And Brake has it over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. at the 38-yard line.
3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. His throw incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. A.J. Green with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Giants just continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in the game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Defense.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Try to punch it in, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Their own 26-yard line.
Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Kamara in the passing game, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. This is caught. It's Cooks. The 20, 10, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0.
The kick is
You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle.
To kick off for Dallas.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. He's going to fire one deep over the middle and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll go to Barkley again. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He's brought down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay.
Game offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And the Giants send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up.
Recovered by the Giants.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Defense.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And this one will wind up with them losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. Ooh, the juke. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
To Today's final
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this